books to TV shows and all things loved by nerds. We'll share just how we rate them, from our favorites to the worst. Poking fun at toxic fandom, so we'll kick this into gear and see what's on the list today. Let's discuss some toxic tiers.
Well, we're moving on up to the east side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky. We're moving on up to the east side. We finally got a piece of the pie. Fish don't fry in the kitchen, beans don't burn on the grill. Took a whole lot of trying just to get up that hill. Now we're up in the big leagues, getting our turn at bat. As long as we live, it's you and me, baby. There ain't nothing wrong with that. We're moving on up to the east side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky. We're moving on up to the east side. We finally got a piece of the pie.
Tell me how you feeling. And we'd go, fantastic, terrific, great, oh yeah, strong juice, baby sucker, I feel wonderful, right on, right on, right on, juice, 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 juice. I feel great, ooh, wah, wah, let's kick some ass, Who's number one? We are. Who's number two? Who gives a fuck?
All right, guys, welcome to Toxic Tiers. We are a tier ranking fandom podcast. Does that sound about right, Ron?
That sounds about right.
That sounds about right, okay. Where we rank movies, toys, all kinds of stuff based on the fandoms, and we pick the fandoms that are the most toxic. So, yes. Which is pretty much all of them by now.
All of them, yeah.
We have been running a series for the best films of 1980s, and we are currently on 85. This is part 3. If you want to see part 2, it is on YouTube right now. It's also on Rumble. If you look at in between me and Rob in our Brady Bunch format, you can see all of our links. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. We're on TikTok. We're on X, formerly known as Twitter. We're on Instagram and Rumble. Anyway, before we say anything else, let me introduce to you my very sexy co-host,
me,
Rob Cochran.
Also known as the Camp Killer. I'm a professional Jason Voorhees cosplayer. If you need a Jason Voorhees for a party, an event, or con, or whatever, just hit me up on @the Camp Killer on Facebook and on Instagram, and I'm your man.
He is your man.
Gratuitous plug over.
Gratuitous plug ended. So we want you to comment as much as possible, push back, tell us we're wrong, tell us we're assholes, argue with us, whatever you want, because it's no fun if we're just talking.
True.
And the only rule we have, Rob, what's the only rule we have? What's the rule?
Don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick.
We need to get a soundbite for that.
Yeah, we do. I got to find one. If you don't know what a dick is, take biology. No, if you don't know how not to be a dick on social media, don't be on social media.
Be on social media.
I said Mia. What's Mia?
Social media.
Social media. So don't be a dick. This is not a democracy. If you act like a dick, we will ban you, because this is a benevolent dictatorship.
That never gets old.
It does, but that's okay.
You can argue all you want, but don't be
a dick. All right. So, Ron, this toxic tier thing, it's new to me. What do you guys do? So what we do is we pick a certain genre and a part of that drama.
Drama?
Yeah, it's drama sometimes.
Did you take drugs tonight?
Yeah, I did. Lots and lots of drugs. We take a facet of that genre And then we rank certain things. Like right now, we're doing the best movies of the 80s.
Horror movies.
The horror movies of the 80s. Thank you. Not the yeah, that's right, because that was
Not
a
all the
long list. Halloween night, Brandy's coming over for a special episode. We'll be doing the bracket challenge. We're going to be seeing the best 64 horror movies of all time. Who will be the winner? So I got to get that starting advertising.
And I won't be here, so ratings should go up.
It'd be every time Brandy's on, ratings go up. So anyway, so let's talk about our toxic tier descriptions. So we have SACFZ. S is.
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
The GOAT, baby!
So Rob, what is S?
The GOAT. Almost pretty much a perfect film. AKA The Godfather, Tombstone, movies like that. They're just flawless.
Yep, absolutely flawless. Flawless victory.
Or that have a huge, some have been in the S category that weren't necessarily perfect, but they have a huge cult following or
they're iconic.
Yeah,
they either changed the genre or they were one of the founding members of the genre. It could be any number of things.
Right.
So, all right, and then we have A.
Good, great, awesome, outstanding, amazing.
Rob, tell us what A means.
A is just a great film. There's a smidge under S, The GOAT, but just a fantastic movie anyway.
Yeah, it is definitely worth the time. And then our C.
I mean, it's all right. Like, overrated as fuck, in my opinion. I mean,
so what does a C mean?
That's a good movie. It's definitely something you would probably watch again. Not fantastic, but definitely watchable and watchable again.
Right. And then we've got F.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. So you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
So what's F, Rob?
F is so bad, maybe it's a little good, but it's not something you're probably ever going to watch again.
It's like a one-off.
Maybe had a few things that were okay in it. Maybe the special effects were okay. The acting sucked, but yes, you're not going to watch it again though.
Yeah, absolutely. And last but not least, we have Z.
What the fuck?
What is Z, Rob?
So self-explanatory. What the fuck were they thinking? I'll never get my 2 hours back.
No.
Fuck you for making me watch this movie. Never again.
And right now, what is the king of the Z movies?
Inseminoid.
That's the measuring stick we use for Z.
Oh.
All right, so that is our tier descriptions. We want to warn you, there are spoilers. These films are what, 40 years old?
Yeah, more than that.
40. No, they're 40.
40, yeah, you're right. Okay, 40.
So if you haven't watched it by now, that is
you.
on you. We do try to give a brief synopsis of the film before we begin going
brief.
through all the cool stuff about the film and then rating it, or tiering it.
Tearing.
So be prepared for that. Some of them we will give a spoiler, some of them we won't. That's up to us. Again, it's a benevolent dictatorship. Rob and I try to watch all these movies, or they're movies from when we were, kids, teens. However, there are some movies I can't stand. There's
Zombies.
movies that Rob can't stand, right? Zombies. So when we want to kind of just get the gist of certain films, we do have a series of YouTube channels that do it much better than we do, that we watch, and these are all on YouTube at Fanboy Flicks. He does both horror, but mostly he does pop and obscure. Very funny. Minty Comedic Arts. That's our friend Down Under. He does a lot of pop culture.
Down Under?
Yeah, he does a lot of pop culture. Does horror only if it's kind of pop culture horror.
Yeah.
The Bad Movie Bible does a lot of collections, like, knockoffs of Alien. His recent one is Mad Max.
Okay.
Our favorite
Absolute
YouTuber,
favorite.
the Brandon Tenold.
Check him out, please.
He's hilarious. He does. I think he does mostly horror,
He does mostly horror.
mostly
yeah.
science fiction horror.
He's so funny though.
Absolutely. Dead Meat gives all the kill counts and does a really good job of tracking that. I will tell you, Rob, the hardest thing I have found doing the research. And guys, I research these films for days. Rob will tell you, it's for days to make sure I get all the stuff. I still don't get everything right, but Dead Meat does a really good job of capturing every single kill, because
They do.
in some of the, when you're looking at kill count, sometimes it could be an off-screen kill, sometimes it could be an eluded kill, sometimes it's a kill, then a resurrection, then a kill. So it's very hard to track that. So I got a lot of respect for Dead Meat. And then last but not least, if you like dry humor and great horror reviews, that's the Horror Geek.
And a
He's fantastic.
magnificent beard.
And a magnificent beard. He is the beard to hold all beards.
He is.
So that is our YouTube link. We're going to start with our first film, which is Ghoulies. Now,
I would say a ripoff of Gremlins, but Ron corrected me on that
thank
fact.
you. We're going to set the record straight. So real quick, before we get into the trailer, Ghoulies and Critters were both in production either before or at the same time that Gremlins was.
And they didn't know about each other at first.
But once Gremlins found out about Ghoulies, they sued them because the name was too close, which is a ridiculous accusation, but it slowed the production, so Gremlins was the first to come out. Now, Gremlins, without a doubt, superior product.
They didn't need to sue.
No, but it is not a knockoff of Gremlins because it was actually conceived and produced before.
Plus the story, not even close. I mean, it's
No. Again, the idea of small creatures attacking, actually, all three of them should be considered as the forerunner of it. Yeah, because they're all three. Critters was the aliens. Ghoulies was the demons, and Gremlins was the just the kind of cryptic character. Cryptic character. So, all right, so let's take a look at the trailer for Ghoulies. Let me give you some quick stats and facts about Ghoulies. The budget was $400,000, Rob.
400,000.
And it grossed, guess how much?
I think I know this. 30 million.
Yeah, good job. $35 fucking million.
You know why, don't you? I guess you're probably going to read that
What?
because of the marketing.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. Yeah,
that's what.
but yeah, 35.
Sorry.
This is, I think, Rob. This has to be the best result. I don't think we've ever had such a low budget and such a large box office yet.
No, we have not.
I don't think we have, because you're talking about this film made $34,600,000 over its budget.
How do you? That's just phenomenal.
Yeah, so there's 8 kills. Now, again, guys, these kills, I did the best I could with the research, but Anastasia's sacrifice in the beginning, that sets up Jonathan's backstory. And then Malcolm Graves and Wolfgang, the good guy and the bad guy, the Saruman and Gandalf of the movie, they disappear. It's a really piss poor death. Rebecca, this is the one that's the worst death. She falls down the stairs, but there's no reason for her to fall down the stairs.
No.
It's just so lame. Mike is attacked and mauled. In some of the other cuts of the movie, he survives, but we're counting as a death because in the main cut he dies. Mark, or Toad Boy, he's strangled and mauled. Eddie and Robin appear among the dead bodies Jonathan finds under sheets, and Donna is mauled off screen. So I think Eddie and Robin are the ones that get killed in the fish pond by the Goonies jumping out of the fish pond. I think I call it a fish pond.
Fish pond, yeah, whatever.
So, but anyway, that's eight confirmed deaths. This is the sweet spot. 81-minute runtime. That's a sweet spot.
That is a sweet spot.
By the way, that movie Good Boy, where it's told to the dog, that's 80 minutes too. I want to see that so bad. It looks so good. It's a story of they do a haunted house story through the perspective of the dog. The owner has cancer, and it's supposed to be amazing. So definitely do that. Again, I'm going to read the factual, so Brandy can't argue with us. Ghoulies and Critters were both conceived and were shot prior or alongside Joe Dante's Gremlins. Warner Brothers actually sued to stop use of the title, but lost. Of course, Rob and I know that was a ploy. The film is not a knockoff. The executive producer, Charles Band, he's full of low-budget horror comedy projects in the work. He shepherded the picture through Empire Pictures, and because of this film, it saved Empire Pictures and allowed them to do many more films.
It did.
Which doesn't surprise me. But as for those guys who don't know what Critters is, that's Critters. I recommend a watch. Wouldn't you on Critters?
Yeah, Critters. Yeah,
I think we're doing that one in '86.
Is that 86?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely would recommend.
And then so that was Critters. All of the ghoulies were practical effects. They were puppets. They look like puppets.
They do look like puppets.
It's very similar to the puppetry of the Puppet Master.
Yes.
Is it the Puppet Master?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Same type of things.
Yeah. But they do look good.
Yeah, not bad.
I mean, again.
But they look like puppets.
Yeah. Steven Spielberg had nothing to worry about as far as competition as for practical effects because the Gremlins were just amazing.
Yeah, they were.
But I mean, again, $400,000 budget. So imagine if he would have had Gremlins budget.
Oh wow!
But the problem is, guys, the Ghoulies don't show up that much. That's the problem. This
They're really
is much
not in the
more
movie very
focused
much.
on the witchcraft end.
Yeah.
It's like a witchcraft movie and the Ghoulies are more comic relief.
They're 100% comic relief.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they are.
So the financial success spawned 5 total movies.
Wow. That I didn't know.
Yeah, and of course, each one,
Why?
the budget gets lower and lower. Yeah, they all
I thought
did
they
well.
could redo the first one with the budget, but no.
Yeah, no. I think the second one is not bad as far as budget-wise, but then you could tell by the movie posters the quality is going down and down and down. So, and of course, it made its money. Really made its money again in VHS and on
I
cable.
think it made even more than box office in VHS.
I would say it probably 100 million probably by now.
Oh yeah, at least.
Yeah. So, but this is one that didn't really need the VHS to do. I mean, it did what most of the films we review do lousy in the theater and then make it up in VHS and.
Didn't it beat out Teen Wolf?
No,
as far
not
as
this
budget?
one.
Not this one.
Yeah,
Okay.
not this one.
Okay.
But the original tagline was "They'll eat your ass."
They'll eat your ass.
That was the original tagline.
What a great
The
tagline.
director changed it to "We'll get you in the end," but that was the original tagline was "They'll eat your ass."
Dacton.
We're going to talk. So it was written and directed by Luke. I'm going to ruin this name. Bersovici. It was his directorial debut. He co-wrote it with Jeffrey Levy. Jeffrey Levy co-wrote and produced the movie and was involved in the film's fast, low-budget production cycle. I believe he also may have directed the sequel. I'm not sure of that. But anyway, as far as the stars, Jack Nance, who plays Wolfgang, him and the bad guy just basically get into a laser eye duel.
Laser eye, yeah.
And again, guys, it's low budget. But I'm trying to think, what would this guy be known for? Why does it sound familiar? And he was in Dune. Okay. All right. Some people might know that.
Never saw Dune.
Yeah. Some people might know that. I haven't either. Some people might know that. But he is Henry. He played Eraserhead. Henry Spencer. Yeah. So, and I was like, oh shit. You know, all right, that makes sense. Scott Thompson, who plays Mike. He plays Mikey. He's like the cool dude.
The
like
cool
stoner.
guy. The thinks he can
So,
dance.
do you recognize him, Rob?
He looks kind of familiar.
Yeah. Dun 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 dun. Police Academy.
Oh, okay.
The Blue Oyster Cult.
Oh, yeah,
Dun, 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 dun. And then also, I forgot, he was in RoboCop as the second thug.
The second thug.
Right. I when I first saw it, I'm like, is that the guy from Police Academy? I remember when I was watching, and I never realized that till like recently that he was part of RoboCop. But yeah, he has a bit part. He had a lot of bit parts and stuff, which is a shame because he wasn't a bad actor, but I think he got typecast because of Police Academy.
Yeah, probably.
But this is one of the coolest scenes in RoboCop, which would definitely be a GOAT.
Oh, for sure.
The
first one.
Yeah. It's just this scene is so insane. This is probably one of the best scenes in 80s
It is.
film history.
Right between the
Yeah. I mean, that's how you take care of a guy like that, you know?
But if you look where that landed on the skirt, she would have gotten hit.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Creep.
Yeah, don't shoot me in the dick. Don't shoot me in the dick. So, anyway. He was in RoboCop. Mariska. Miss Mariska. So, does she look familiar, Rob? This is her film debut. I didn't know this. I freaked out when I found this out. You know who she was? Who she is?
Who's she? She's a bit blocked by your mic for me, so I can't really see her.
Captain Olivia.
Oh, is that?
Benson
Oh,
in
Mariska
Law and Order.
Harwood. Yeah, of course.
So that's
doesn't even look
yeah.
like her.
There she it
Wow.
does, but after you realize it, it does.
It
It
does,
does.
but-
Yeah, there she is, young,
Wow.
and yeah, so she's been in Law and Order since 1999.
Forever.
So, but yeah, so, but yeah, that's Ghoulies.
Ghoulies.
What
Oh,
do you think- what do you
we
think
didn't talk about the
Rob?
marketing.
What about the marketing, Rob?
They said that
They'll eat your ass.
no, as far as he wanted to go a different route, and people weren't accepting of the movie, and he said, "Well, let's put them in a toilet."
Yeah, no, that was to pull the So the toilet was to pull in the crowd because the comic relief,
Right.
and the toilet scene wasn't in the movie.
No,
And
they added it
Yeah,
to
yeah,
it.
that's true. Yeah, they added
So
it.
that's what kind of kicked it up, having the toilet always come. But they got a lot of anger from parents that were trying to potty train their children because the commercials for it came in Saturday morning cartoons. And said, "Thanks a lot. My kid will never go sit on the toilet now because he's afraid a ghoulies going to come up and eat him." So funny.
Oh. All right, Rob. What'd you think?
It's an F for me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just,
it's terrible. we
I don't think it's so far down as Z, but it's
we
pretty
still
bad.
want to get. It's terrible. It's not unwatchable. It's definitely under the it's so bad it's good category. It's not. You watch it once, you're good.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
You're not going to watch it a second time. I did see this when I was a kid. I saw it, I think, on HBO.
I saw one.
I was super excited about it because I saw the poster. This is very much like Tobe Hooper's Funhouse with all the clowns.
Yeah.
This scene is cut in so sloppily.
It is.
And the Goonies don't show up. The Ghoulies don't show up that much.
Very little of the film.
Yeah,
is
and
them.
so unlike Gremlins, which the Gremlins were predominant,
Yeah.
whether they were Mogwais or Gremlins, this film really skimps on it. Again, I get it because of the budget, but the budget aside, because I respect the budget, it's just not a good movie. It's not a good movie. So,
one thing, the guy that did the puppets, the Ghoulie puppets, if I'm not mistaken, he went on to direct Friday the 13th Part 7. If I'm not mistaken,
I don't know. Look that up. I don't know.
I think I saw it earlier when I was
That
kind
I
of
didn't see.
researching a little bit.
That I didn't see. So, but that's Ghoulies, guys. So that is going to get an F. So we're not
Yes.
starting off too great,
Nope.
and we're not going to get.
We're not going to get
much
any better.
better.
We're going to get no.
Wes Craven's redheaded stepchild is The Hills Have Eyes.
He hates
Part
this.
2.
He hates this movie.
He readily admits this was a movie for a paycheck.
That's all it was.
Readily admits it.
Because
Hates it.
Swamp Thing didn't do very good, so he needed some money. Yeah.
He was broke.
Yeah.
This is and it's credit. It's not credit, but it's known as the sequel that no one knows about.
Yeah, nobody knew it was even existed.
Yeah. So let's get Hills Have Eyes up. This is Wes Craven's Star Wars holiday special.
Holiday special, yeah, for sure.
All right, Hills Have Eyes. So budget was $1 million. It did the opposite of Ghoulies. It was the inverse. It did $300,000.
Wow.
Yep. The movie was
That's
barely
sad.
released theatrical and made most of its money through home video and cable. By the late 1980s, it had become a steady earner for Vestron Video. So it did become a cult classic afterward and made money. There are 9 kills. Harry the mechanic is ambushed and killed by Pluto, played by Michael Berryman. He was from the first movie. Yep. Foster, he goes for help and is stabbed repeatedly by the Reaper. Sue gets caught alone in Desert Canyon. She's dragged off and murdered by Pluto and Reaper. Roy is attacked by Reaper, mauled and left for dead. Cass is chased and killed by Pluto into Rock Beach. She doesn't die. Jane is stabbed in the gut by Reaper while hiding near the abandoned mine entrance. Pluto is killed by a dog.
Pushes him off a boulder.
Yeah, the dog
What
from the
sounds
first movie.
stupid.
And the Reaper is trapped in a burning bus,
Blowed up.
escapes, and then falls into a mine shaft. And Ruby, we're going to talk about Ruby in a second. Ruby hits her head. She is the lamest head.
Just falls
she
down.
hits her head and dies.
That's it. That's all.
So, I forgot, Rob, and guys, forgive us, we're still tweaking. I got to remember to do the synopsis of the film, and I didn't do that. So, this is basically a rehash of the first movie. Cannibal family, and it's ridiculous how they end up back here because the same lead is in this film. He returns.
So why would they go back to the same area?
Location because they're testing some new motorbike.
So a fuel for a motorbike.
It's the dumbest reason to come back.
I could see if there were.
That's it.
That's their death scene.
Tripped and died.
If it was different people and they happened to wander in that same area,
It might work.
But the daughter of the clan and him marrying her for one thing is just stupid.
It's
But
and that was the thing. So Ruby is Rachel from the first film. This is a girl who ate people.
Yeah.
She lived in squalor.
And her teeth got better.
She not only that, she married. She dates the hero from the first film
Right.
after he's been traumatized, and they start a business together. So there's second chances for everyone. Every time you feel like there's not a chance for you, and Reaper looks like a Klingon. He looks like a 1970s Star Wars
exactly what I
Klingon.
thought when I saw him. He was like a Klingon.
Yeah. So, but just a disappointing film. Thank God Wes Craven will go on to do Nightmare after this. Yeah, absolutely terrible film. And I think he actually was, because Nightmare came out. This was made. It should have been out the year that Nightmare came out, but they postponed it till '85. Yeah, and I'm sure he was happy about that. Oh, that's why they postponed it, because he had so much success with Nightmare that they wanted to use that to help promote the film.
movie,
That's
yeah.
correct. Again, Wes Craven didn't want to make it, agreed only because he was deeply in debt and needed to deliver something quickly to fulfill a contract he had with the studio. He later called the sequel a movie that should have never been made. It was shot in '83, released in '85. The movie sat on a shelf for nearly 2 years due to Empire Pictures' financial struggles and distribution problems. Now, to show you how bad this film is, 40% of the runtime is reused footage from The Hills Have Eyes.
Flashbacks. Stupid.
Yep.
All of it.
Including a flashback scene from the dog's perspective, Beast,
He gets a flashback.
who killed. Yeah, everyone gets a flashback. You get a flashback. You get a flashback. Like Oprah Winfrey. The memory sequence from Beast has become one of the most infamous moments in horror sequel history. Craven even joked that it was his career low point.
I'm sure.
Beast is credited the opening titles one of the few times in horror history where a dog received top billing. Good for you, Beast. Good for you, Beast. Good dog. The blind psychic character Cass was added at the producer's request to appear to the Carrie Firestarter crowd, which they then duplicated in part 6, right? Or part 7, Rob, with Jason.
Yeah, the cadet. Yeah.
Yeah, so they did that too, Jason. Because I remember there was that spike in like every movie had a psychic character. Every horror movie suddenly had a psychic character.
Yeah.
It was like a big thing. I wonder if that coincided with X-Men, with the research of
It
X-Men.
might have.
I don't know, because I remember being in college when X-Men kind of hit another stride, like a renaissance, but that was the 90s. So I don't know, it might have been. It was filmed in the same area as the original. The music was by, let's talk about Beast. There's Beast. There's Beast. He was in the first film. He survived the first film.
He survived the first
Him, Paul, and Rachel.
Mm-hmm.
So good for you, Beast.
And the scene where he supposedly knocks him off the boulder, you can actually, if you look at it, you can see a hand of a hand pushing him off instead of a dog. It's a hand.
I gotta do a Gambit Bill on that one.
You do.
Yeah. And then Cass is this character. She was the psychic. And it's funny because all the psychics in, like the one in part 7 was also like blonde, almost the same look.
Right.
So, but yeah. So Henry Manfredini scored
Friday the 13th.
Yep, the first one. Yep. Where Jason has no kills. Michael Berryman's costume, who played Pluto, nearly melted in the sun. They were filming in 110-degree heat.
Wow.
It kept
Can't
liquefying
imagine
his
that's,
costume, and he had to keep going, and they have to redo it. So insane.
Ouch.
Several crew members from Friday the 13th Part 3 worked on this film,
A lot of
including the cinematographer David Lewis, which explains this the much glossier look than the 1977 original. Of course, it's going to look better anyway because it's not 1977. So,
actually, the viewer, the reviewer that I kind of caught up on this movie with was actually said if you could put Jason into this movie, it would be a Friday the 13th movie.
oh yeah, no, 100%. If you took Reaper and Pluto out, it's a Friday the 13th. It's a bad Friday the 13th movie because there's not that many kills.
No, it's not.
And a lot of them are just dumb, like people falling down mine shafts, or being pushed off a cliff,
hitting their heads on rocks
by the dog trainer. It was, however, several scenes were removed to avoid an X rating. So there were some more graphic kills. I don't know if it would have made the film any better.
Is there an unrated version?
No. Peter Locke, the director. I mean, the producer of this film, of course, the writer-director was Wes Craven.
Right.
And Wes has got quite an impressive resume. He had some rough ones.
He did.
Swamp Thing gets a lot of hate. It's not a great movie, but it's a fun
It was a fun movie.
flick.
I like Swamp Thing.
A lot much better than Hills Have Eyes Part 2.
Yeah.
I would say this was his worst. I think Deadly Blessing is better than this movie.
This is definitely his worst.
Yeah. Even Vampire in Brooklyn's not as bad. Cursed is better than this movie. If that says anything. But he's had quite an impressive, and in The Hills Have Eyes was actually a good movie.
It was.
It's a shame. So, the producer, Kevin Spredis, Peter Locke, my bad, Peter Locke, the producer went on to produce The Brave Little Toaster. Rob and I have come across a couple of these people that went from horror to like, what was the last one? Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. So, all right, Kevin Spredis, who played Kevin Blair. Rob, you know who he was, right?
I can't see because of your mic. Sorry.
Check your phone. It's on the phone. He was in
It's
Friday the
delayed,
13th, The New
sorry.
Blood.
Okay.
Yeah, he was in New Blood. So, but he's best known for his time in Days of Our Lives.
Days of Our Lives.
Michael Berryman, who is one of my favorite character actors. He doesn't get a lot of love.
He doesn't.
He's not as good as Doug Jones. No one is as good as Doug Jones, but he's been, I mean, if you saw a horror movie in the 80s, he's got to be like
something in it.
It's like, what is it? 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon. Yeah. So, but my favorite appearance of,
Can we keep this between us?
Michael.
I'd hate to lose my teaching job.
That's Weird Science. Remember when they bust up the place and he's like, "What's my teaching job?" See, that's how you do a funny movie. One spitting.
Yeah.
That's how you do one. Transylvania 65000. We're talking to you.
Yes,
we're talking to you. John Laughlin, who played Harry. I love this guy. John Laughlin was in Footloose, the original Footloose. Does he not look like he could play Superman?
He does.
I always thought that like they should have made a Superman movie with him. And then Penny Johnson, who played Jane, she had a big career in TV. She went on to play in 24 as Sherry Palmer. She was Cassidy Yates in Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Sure was.
And then not at all a copy of her character in Orville, where she plays Dr. Claire. She constantly gets crap about the fact that this character is very similar
Pretty much the
to that
same.
character. Yeah. So The Hills Have Eyes, I think we're both pretty much on the same page with this film.
Z.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think Wes Craven would probably, if he watched the podcast, which he never would, but I think Wes Craven would be pissed off if we give any higher than Z. So definitely not doing a great start to this third part.
Not good at all.
Woof. All right.
Not going to get any better.
Demons. Now, I will tell you, I was surprised I don't want to say I like this film, but I was surprised at how impressed I was with this film.
Impressed how?
Well, one, it plays on the haunted house motif, and it's a zombie film.
Pretty
But
much.
the zombies are supernatural; they're demons. So basically, the person gets possessed and he becomes a zombie.
But they still have to bite you.
Yeah, bite, scratch, anything.
Whatever.
Any damage they do to you turns you into a demon. And they look zombie-like, but then some of them look demon-like. And there's even a scene where a demon comes out of the back of one of them.
Yeah, that graphics on that weren't that bad.
They don't explain anything.
Nothing.
And this is a habit of Italian horror films.
They don't explain a damn thing.
Especially the Argentino and Bava both have a habit of saying, just deal with it.
Oh, fuck it.
There is a motorbike
in the log.
and a katana with, I guess, samurai chainmail.
Chainmail,
in the middle of a movie theater for no reason. There is a reason. It's a plot device.
They don't tell you.
It doesn't. They don't explain why the theater is haunted, why these people were called.
Nope.
It doesn't explain how they were able to be trapped in there, because like the doorway disappears.
And there's a guy in the beginning handing out tickets. They never explain who he is.
No,
why
he's
he's
metal face.
Why he's got a metal face. Why he's there? Why is he hanging out?
No
tickets. Nothing. You don't get explained anything in this movie.
It's a big middle finger to we're not going to explain anything. And I've heard critics. We had one of them judge our movie that said, "You don't need to explain. You don't need to explain."
Oh yeah.
I think a little bit of exposition would have helped in this because, again, why were they called? Why are they trapped?
Yeah.
Why are they demons? And then it turns into an apocalyptic movie at the end.
At the end, yeah, very end.
So it's a film that really doesn't have an identity. But I got to tell you, I was impressed with the effects. I was impressed with the concept. I'm not saying I was impressed with the execution, but it definitely was a
Were you
unique
impressed
concept.
with the pimp?
I was impressed with the insert a 1970s pimp into a film. But anyway, here's Demons. Budget was $2 million. It made $6 million. With that, though, Rob, it was the top grossing, one of the top grossing Italian horror films of the 1980s, along Phenomena and Opera. It became a home video smash across Europe and the United States, earning far more on VHS than theaters. Shocker. I feel like the director saw Evil Dead and wanted to make that movie and had to make this because he actually wanted to do a crossover with the Evil Dead.
Did he really?
I really believe in his mind he was thinking this was going to be the Italian Evil Dead, and that they were eventually going to say the reason why the demons exist is because they're Deadites.
They're Deadites, yeah.
And that would make perfect sense because that's what they look like. They look like Deadites.
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense. So this is unofficial Evil Dead, part of the Evil Dead family. There are 28 screen kills. However, like I said at the end, there's your guy with the metal face. However, the one issue is at the end it's an apocalyptic film, and you find out the city's been turned, so you don't know how many people have been killed.
Countless, yeah.
And by killed, I count killed and transformed into a demon because they're dead.
Right.
So, but anyway, I'll go through this real quick, even though we're done with the coming attraction. Rosemary, she's the first. She's the prostitute. The pimp has two prostitutes. She's scratched by the demonic mask. Again, nobody explains why the mask turned her.
Yeah.
It's again, they're watching a movie about demons, and in the movie, what happens, Rob? He opens a book, and what happens? They release the demons.
They release the demons.
Fucking Evil Dead.
In the movie, yeah.
So again, if this was an Evil Dead concept, it would actually be pretty badass. So in other words, you're watching a movie about the say it, Rob.
Necroman.
How do you say it? I'm fucking it up. Necromicon.
Necromicon. Yeah, there you go.
You, instead of hearing it through the radio or on the phonograph, you hear it through the film, and that turns everybody into yeah. But the mask, I feel like he did the mask because he's like, shit, we're getting real close to lawsuit territory.
Well, when you think it's the film, they say no. The guy says no, it's the theater.
And then it's not the theater; it's the mask.
It's not this like they go back. They don't explain any of that shit.
It's ridiculous. And he said it was an homage to Evil Dead, but it's a fucking ripoff. By the way, the actress who played her, which she's a standout performance. Mm-hmm. She improvised all of it.
Oh, I didn't know.
And she was able to roll her eyes back manually with the contact lenses in her eyes.
Wow. And
then was the one who suggested that the character should drool slime.
Wow.
So that was all her. George does kill her at the end. She bites Kathy, the other prostitute, who then turns. Cheryl's boyfriend, George. There's two like hipster boyfriends in this that none of the characters have any development, by the way. None of them. They just exist. If you're looking to sympathize with any of these people, there's two yuppies that all they want to do is have sex with two girls.
Yeah, they just keep hitting on them.
Yeah, there's two girls who you don't care about any of them. Anyway, Cheryl's boyfriend's George. He gets slashed and devoured. Tony, the iconic pimp, who's the highlight of the film, he tries to take charge, but he's eventually slashed and he gets pulled over, right?
Pulled over.
And he becomes a zombie. Yeah. I don't know how he dies, though. I can't remember how he dies. The film projectionist dies. There's an usherette or a ticket taker who's dressed like Elf.
For the movie, yeah. Why? We don't know.
She gets bitten and demonized, then she's decapitated. Cheryl's friend Hannah dies after being cornered and clawed. Then midway through the film, these four punks, they're four, right?
Four punks,
yeah. The two guys, two girls.
Yeah.
They decide to go into the theater for no reason. They get locked in there, and two of them get picked off right away. Nina, the female punk, is torn apart by the demonized Rosemary. Mm-hmm. Then Kathy gets killed, and then a demon comes out of her back.
Which looked pretty damn cool.
It did. We're going to show that shortly. Then there's a bunch of demonized balcony patrons. There's a helicopter that crashes through the roof.
You're like, what the fuck?
It doesn't.
It's a fucking helicopter.
It doesn't make any sense.
Coming through the roof. There's no context at all.
And there's no pilot.
No pilot in.
So the thing was flying on its own, but until you get to the end of the movie, you're like, what the fuck? And then you realize, it's because of the apocalypse.
But you're right though, there was no pilot.
No. And the man in the mask is killed the roof when they peel him to the head, right?
Yeah, they put like a spike or something.
And then at the end, which is really the typical cheap horror movie trope, the final girl, Cheryl, who survives everything, who in no case do you see her ever get bit, turns into a demon, and she gets shot in the chest with shotgun because a family picks them up as the apocalypse is happening.
They're heading out of town and they see a light.
And Cheryl and George jump on there, and then but it has one of the most metal. Number one, this has got a huge metal soundtrack. I'll talk about in a second, but it has one of the most metal scenes in a horror movie with a guy on a motorbike in a movie theater to a heavy metal soundtrack with a katana.
No doubt.
You don't get much fucking more metal than that.
That was very metal.
So,
the soundtrack was
so there it is. The motorbike scene.
Extremely metal.
Insane. It's insane. The original working title was Demoni. And the theater where it was filmed, at the Metropole Cinema in Berlin. It wasn't filmed in Rome. It was filmed in Berlin. Huh. It's supposed to look like it's filmed in Rome, obviously, because it's Italian. But they did the recreations in a studio. But that theater still exists today, and it's a pretty popular.
It's a dance club.
Very pretty. I think they put the cross on the top because they were afraid the demons might come back.
Yeah, I think it's a club now.
Yeah, it's a club.
Dance club.
Yeah, it's a club. Yeah, you're 100% right, Rob. It is a dance club. The effects we talked about aren't bad.
No.
This is where Rosemary rips the guy's throat open.
The effects were actually, I thought, were very decent. Most of the money probably went to that. Right.
This is the scalping scene.
Because the acting is horrible.
Yeah. Rosemary pulls the scalp
that
off
was
of Kathy.
That was nasty. That was gnarly.
Yeah, that was bad. And then for some reason...
I don't know what that is.
Rosemary gets that, like the tentacle tongue.
What was it supposed to be? Because it comes out and it goes right back in and goes.
Yeah, it's again, I think to show the fact. Again, I'm telling you, Rob, just look at her. She's a deadite.
She is a deadite.
That's a fucking deadite. Yeah. And then the baby scene, where the baby comes out of the back. That thing was nasty. Like that scene was insane.
That was the best special effects.
It didn't make any fucking sense because she comes out full size. But it was, look at that. That creeps me out.
Nobody else was affected like that. She was the only one. I mean, so it's like.
And that's Rosemary close up.
Yeah.
So she rolled her eyes back with those contacts.
That's crazy.
It's insane. So Again, that's why I'm giving it some props. It's like the Predator, Rob. I don't respect it. I respect what it does. The metal music they used, these are the bands that played in this movie. Rick Springfield, Motley Crue, Scorpions, Go West, The Adventures, Billy Idol, Accept, and Saxon. It had a kick-ass soundtrack. And when you have a guy on a motorbike driving around decapitating zombies with a katana to Motley Crue, that's fucking pretty badass.
Yeah, it is.
Why didn't he use a chainmail though?
I don't. He didn't put that on, did he? He didn't use that.
There's a helicopter scene Rob was talking about, which doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Except for the fact that he used it to chop a few heads off.
So he rented. He got his deposit back. He rented that, Rob, and then dropped it to the roof.
Yeah, I don't think he got his deposit back.
He dropped it, and there is a pilot in there. I didn't realize there was a pilot.
I didn't see a pilot.
Yeah, right here. See him? Yeah, there's a pilot.
I can't see him.
I did not see that in the film, but there's a pilot in there. So there is a pilot in there. It was directed by Lamberto Bava, but actually Argento. God, Argento directed it. I mean, it's his film. It's his fingerprints are all over it. Of course, it is an Evil Dead film. Lamberto Bava does make an appearance as a ticket booth patron. He gets killed. There's a blind man in the film that they rip his eyes out. Why?
Well, yeah, that's a good move.
He was actually blind.
He was
a
actually
blind actor. Yeah. And it did start a franchise.
It's funny, the scene with him, his date or whoever it was with him was explaining the movie as it's happening.
Yeah, she's the only one that's
why would you coach him?
Yeah, that makes sense. Why would you go to theater? I guess, well, let me take that back because there might be people who do that.
Yeah,
so
talking through the whole thing so anyway.
But if you look at the poster Demoni, it says Dario Argentino presents, and Lamberto Bava's name is at the bottom, and it's just a little bit larger print than directed by. There was Demons 2, Demons 3, The Ogre. These are in Italian, but there was the. Let me go over them again. There was Demons. Then there was the unofficial sequences: The Church, Black Demons, and then The Sect. So there are some people say there's 5, some people say 6. Some of the films aren't directly related, but somehow share the same universe.
Did you go over the budget?
Yeah.
What was the budget again?
The budget, I just destroyed it.
I'm sorry. Was that just Italy, or was that everything combined?
That was everything combined. But again, it was limited release.
I've always wondered if Italian movies are popular in Italy more than they are in the.
Well, think about spaghetti westerns. They were real popular in the
huge,
States.
Yeah.
So, the U.S. poster showing the glowing eyes creatures actually was an issue for it was banned in parts of the UK during the video nasties. If you guys ever want to find, there's a lot of documentaries on it. I don't know them off the top of my head, but look up on Amazon Prime or look up on Google. Just be careful with your safe search. The video nasties, because there's a whole story. There's a movie called Censor that actually is a horror movie about that, where UK was banning films left and right, the horror films in the 80s, because they called them video nasties because of the gore and the sex.
Why do they have a problem with the eyes?
Because it was, again, that's UK.
Demonic? Or,
yeah, I guess so. The fact the film was called Demons didn't keep them off, apparently. But it did inspire later films, such as The Last Matinee, which was, again, a story about a haunted theater. Wreck 2, which I just think is a zombie film. 2. And Night of the Demons, which we'll be reviewing. That's like they get trapped at the party, and then they start getting possessed. Again, Evil Dead ripoff. Yep. That's what it is. It's a Evil Dead ripoff. Let's just call it what it is. It's an Evil Dead ripoff.
Call it Evil Dead ripoff, Ron.
It's an Evil Dead ripoff. There was supposed to be a film called Demons, The Dead Rise, which was the collaboration.
The Dead Rise.
And it never happened between
Evil Dead and
it's funny though, because what was the last one was called Evil Dead Rise.
It was.
So interesting. Who knows? Maybe part of that idea ended up filtering into that film.
Could be.
Who knows? Bobby Rhodes, who played the pimp, he really is the highlight of the film. Him and Rosemary.
He is, yeah.
Rosemary being the evil. He was so good and so liked, they put him in the sequel as a fitness instructor. So he came back as a completely different character, which we saw that happen in Return of the Living Dead too, as well.
Yes, there was.
He actually later on, Rob, he did. I don't have it. Shoot, I forgot. He did stunt work, underwater stunt work for the film Leviathan.
Oh, okay.
So he was also a stunt performer. I wonder if he did his own stunts in this film.
Probably.
That was a terrible throw. That was Demons. Okay, so Rob, before you grade this, I do respect it because it was an interesting concept. But the more we've talked about it, I kind of lost some of that respect because it is absolutely, without a doubt, the Italian ripoff of Evil Dead.
100%.
So,
and the fact that they never explain anything about the story pisses me off.
And you know why? Because it would have been Evil Dead.
Yeah,
I really do believe.
Yeah.
I do. The more research I do on this, the more I believe that he was trying to make the Italian version of Evil Dead, and did deliberate things to avoid a lawsuit, and then did kind of the apocalyptic if the Deadites took over.
Right.
So it's an Evil Dead ripoff. That's what it is. It's an Evil Dead ripoff. So I'm going to give it, I would give it an F.
Yeah, I mean, I concur.
Yeah, because
the only thing that makes it not a Z for me is the special effects.
The special effects and some of the characters.
Right.
But other than that, it's a mess.
It is a mess.
But he would have been better off to sell the script to. I think if he would have sold the script to Sam Raimi, he might have actually been able to make an Evil Dead.
Yep.
But yeah, so God, 2 Fs and a Z.
2 Fs and a Z, not too good, huh?
All right. So anyway, 80s really is, in a lot of cases, was the era of missed opportunity. And I don't blame it because they just didn't have the technology to pull off a lot of the ideas they had. They had some great ideas, but the technology just wasn't there.
Yeah, true.
And a lot of these films, I think, were way ahead of their time. I mean, you look at... and then you have films, but then, you could say, well, Ron, fuck you. What about films like Return of the Living Dead? Yeah. That didn't have a super high budget, but pulled off a remarkable feat.
You can do it.
Yep.
We did it.
Yep. What about Fright Night?
Yeah.
What about Silver Bullet? So, yeah. So I guess that kind of kills that. All right. If you like nude people,
vampires in space.
Life Force. So to really snapshot it, a crew of a spaceship. So we start off with aliens. The crew of a spaceship is summoned to a derelict spaceship, huge spaceship.
Where have I heard that before?
Behind Halley's Comet.
Where have I heard that synopsis before?
And they're able to land the spaceship behind Halley's Comet. So cue Armageddon.
Right.
And when they get aboard, there are people in crystals.
Upside down. And
they're all naked, of course.
Of course.
And then there's this one woman who the astronaut falls in love with. And they bring them back to Earth. And I think they kill the crew, right? He's the one that survives.
I think so, yeah.
And he has some kind of amnesia. Anyway, they get to Earth and they basically, instead of sucking your blood, they suck your life force.
Life force, yeah.
It's energy. It's like kind of like Colin on What We Do in the Shadows, a serious version of that. And when they do take your life force, you come back as a zombie. And I think you try to also suck the life force.
Yeah, it's like multiplying the cells.
But it kind of goes off the rails at the end because they're eating people. You remember that?
Yeah.
They're not sucking the life force. They're actually eating people. So I don't know what happened, but it's kind of like the Rocky Horror Picture Show. The first half of the movie, the second half of the movie kind of don't jive that well.
Mixed together, yeah.
Yeah, and the story is about the astronaut finding the girl and stopping this plague, and Patrick Stewart's in it.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is. It was his first horror film. So that's the story.
I think it was also, the tidbit I heard, his first on-screen kiss, because the guy put his lips on his mouth and stuff. Anyway.
Yeah. The scene, which I will show you guys, where they show the transference Basically, these vampires are so beautiful
Yeah.
that they're able to entice male or female.
Well, except for the new girl, she's pretty obviously.
Yeah, yeah. No, a lot of young men hit puberty watching this film.
Oh, sure.
I don't know how you would cut this for TV. I don't think I've ever seen it on TV.
It'd be impossible. I don't think you
Maybe
could.
that's why. Now,
I mean, she's not in the whole thing.
She's in
but
enough.
She isn't enough, yeah. But
There's got to be at least of the runtime 30 minutes of her naked.
probably.
We'll talk about that in a second, but I saw this on HBO.
I never saw it.
When I was a teenager, and I'm sure if my parents knew that, they'd been
You'd have been in trouble.
Yep. So let's take a look at Life Force.
Which was originally called Vampires in Space.
Yeah, they changed the title. Budget was $25 million. It made 26. So it was a massive box office flop for Canon Films. The financial failure, along with Rob and I's favorite film, Invasion USA, and Runaway Train, nearly bankrupt the studio.
Didn't they go out of business shortly after that?
Yeah. And later became a cult classic on VHS and cable. Absolutely. They say because of its blend of horror, sci-fi, and unapologetic nudity. That's a very good way to describe it.
Because that was, yeah.
So there's 31 on-screen deaths, but the problem is there's so many people that get infected that, again, you can't really get a solid kill count.
You can't.
The Churchill crew, that's his space buddies. 7 of them are dead because their life force is drained by the female alien once he releases them. Then he shows up on Earth with amnesia. There's a security guard who gets drained his life force. There's another guard whose life energy is transferred. His corpse in the dust. 2 scientists and 1 orderly die. 4 police officers. 10 civilians. Dr. Armstrong, his body becomes a vessel for the alien. It's drained spectacularly in a psychic explosion of blood mist. I think that's Patrick Stewart's character. There's 8 infected horde that you see die on screen. 1 male vampire. I think there's 2 male vampires, isn't there, or just 1?
2 males and a female.
Yeah, I think they both die. And then finally, the female vampire, Carlson, the protagonist of the film, impales himself and her on the same sword, retrieving both the alien ship and a beam of blue energy. So you don't know if they're dead or they transcended. It gets really weird at the end of the film.
Yeah,
it definitely
the light
gets
flying
weird.
Around,
I feel like they didn't have an ending. Like they didn't know where they were going. This is one of those Marvel films they're writing the script as they went.
Right.
So the effects highlight is used 300 gallons of dyed Caro syrup used for the levitating blood vortex shot that comes out of Patrick Stewart's mouth. Over 200 optical composite shots were used, making one of the most effects-heavy Canon films ever made. And, of course, the biggest effect was the life force draining effect, because not only do you have the VFX, but you've got these really amazing practical effects. I'm not going to show all of this.
Man dead approximately.
It starts at the 1 minute.
Yeah, he
mark.
comes back.
Yeah, this is one of the crewmen, right? This is the vamp. This is the crewman. One of the crewmen.
Crewman.
Yeah, it's one of the crewmen. All right, so. He wakes up off the table, and again, here's where these things could attract male or female, because it looks like he's going in for the kiss.
Yeah, he's got like a trance on him.
Yeah, and then they suck the life out of him. But what's cool is the effect of him being drained, which obviously did in sequence. I mean, that's a really cool effect where you actually see him draining. And then at the same time, the vampire begins to regain his youth, which is also cool, especially for that time. The practical effects are not bad.
No, they're not.
I would have got the fuck out of the room. I don't know why I was waiting for it.
I was sitting there watching it.
Yeah, but and then you don't die. You come back as a ghoul who needs to feed. If you don't feed, you turn to dust. And then at the end of the movie, they just start eating people, if I'm not mistaken. So it's actually based off a novel called what, Rob?
The Space Vampire.
Right. 1976 novel called The Space Vampires. And I actually like the title. I'll tell you, I like the title. I don't understand in the blink of an eye, the terror begins. That never made sense to me.
It's not really a blink of an eye.
Right. Yeah. So wait till you figure out who directed this. You're in for a treat. They built this set. Pinewood Studios hosted a full-size derelict alien spaceship with 70-foot animatronic alien corpses designed by John Dykstra.
Wow.
Who has a tremendous lineage of special effects.
Wow, that's impressive.
So worked on both the last two Batman movies. Worked on Spider-Man 1 and 2, which are two of the best Spider-Man movies. Worked on Star Wars, worked on the new Godzilla film, X-Men Phoenix, X-Men First Class, X-Men Apocalypse, Kong Skull Island, Shazam. He did 1, 2, 3, 4 Quentin Tarantino movies. He also did Mac and Me, Hancock, Ghost in the Shell, Star Trek The Motion Picture. So and you could tell the effects in this is what leads this film. The effects and nudity. I hate to say it, it's the effects and nudity. So
effects and nudity.
The music was by Henry Mancini, who is also the same composer who brought us.
We know who he is.
The Pink Panther for anybody who's not Gen X or older. The U.S. theatrical cut removed 12 minutes of nudity.
Oh, it's very
and
surprising.
Gore. The international cut, which you can get, is 116 minutes. So you can get all nudity you missed, as if you needed to see any more, and any additional gore. I think I saw the uncut version on HBO. I think I did.
Did you see the uncut one?
I think I did, yeah, because it was pretty gory. MGM studio executives panicked. You think? Yeah. After the test screening, someone wanted to rename it Space Vampires to sound pulpier, but Cannon stuck with Life Force, thinking it sounded more prestigious.
Prestigious.
So you know who directed this, Rob?
Who directed it, Ron?
Dun, 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 Tobe Hooper!
Wow.
Yep. Mr. Tobe. It's Tobe.
Tobe.
This is fresh off of Poltergeist.
Right after?
Yeah, he had 3 film deal with Cannon. Life Force, Invaders from Mars, and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. He feels like this is the most personal film he's made because of the eroticism and the terror.
Wow.
This is not a scary movie.
Where's the terror?
Yeah. It's hard.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah, no. And you know who wrote it?
Who wrote it?
Son of a bitch. Dan O'Bannon.
Really? Son of a bitch wrote it? Oh. Yeah. Hey, we know him.
Dan O'Bannon. He describes the film, and this is accurate. He calls it Hammer Horror meets 2001, and that's an accurate description. It definitely feels like a Hammer film.
Yeah.
But I will tell you again, the disappointing part is the ending goes so far off the rails.
It does.
So, and otherwise not a bad movie. It's not a horrible movie. So the writer. He was co-written by Dan Jacoby, who gave us Arachnophobia, which I watched one time and will never ever watch again.
I can't watch it. That's my kryptonite.
Fucking
spiders. Fuck that,
dude. When the spider comes out of the let me tell you the story. So I used to work for a movie theater, and I worked for a movie theater as an usher when this came out.
Oh, did you?
And I worked for a guy who I will not name, who was a fellow usher, and one of the funniest guys I've ever met. And so he used to play pranks. Well, when we had Arachnophobia came in, they gave us these huge rubber spiders, huge. And we were supposed to hang them up all over, make it look like the theater was being overrun. Yeah, infested. Good call. So we decided to play a joke on one of the concession girls. So we put the spider on a door. So when she opened the door, it fell on her. She reported us to the manager. We got written up.
Oh, wow.
So
no sense of humor, huh?
No. So my friend, who was both funny and also had a vendetta, he said, we need to get him back. I'm like, dude, we'll move past. Let's just move past. So he wouldn't let it go. So there's a scene in the movie, if you haven't seen Arachnophobia, where Jeff Daniels, right, looks into this pipe and the spider jumps out. It's one of the best jump scares in the film.
Yeah, it is.
Anyway, being an usher, you timed films because you knew when they were getting close to end, so you get in there and start cleaning, and also keep track of when they would start again. But it was always, okay, we know this at this scene, we've got 3 more minutes or 5 more minutes. It became like clockwork. So anyway, this guy comes to me, he goes, Ron, we're gonna do something. I'm like, don't, because no, watch. So he had time. This guy had to be autistic. He had impeccable timing. Freaking Rain Man. Anyway, he waited till the scene came out. Mm-hmm. And just before he threw one of the biggest rubber spiders we had into the air in the theater.
Right before the jump scare?
The spider came out and the spider fell. And all you heard were blood-curdling screams from the theater. Blood-curdling. So I'm like, oh, God. Anyway, a lady shit herself.
Actually shit herself?
Shit herself.
Wow.
So we had to go in and help her out. So I felt bad because she's an older lady. But we helped her out, got her to the bathroom. And the manager had us line up. You know those, I don't know if you ever, back in the day, Rob, remember the lineup where the ushers would say, have a great day, and then they go in and clean. Right. Yeah, we had a ridiculous manager. He was trapped in one error. Anyway, he had us do that a lot. But for this one, he's like, you all are going to stand in line, and I want you to hear these people yell at me, and I want them to yell at you because it's not fair that I take the brunt of this. I'm like, all right, whatever.
Do you get fired?
No. So anyway, everybody who came out of the theater shook our hands and said that was the best movie experience they ever had.
Oh, that's fine.
I'm not lying. Not a single complaint.
No.
The only woman who complained, rightfully so, is the woman who shit herself.
Right.
But everybody, I'm not
I hope
lying.
she got some free movie tickets.
She did. She, of course, did. Everyone did. Everyone did. Because, there's no way we could have predicted. This was the 80s, guys. People were not snowflakes. You could shit yourself in a theater and you just got on with your day. Because we were Gen X. Right. We were the fucking backbone of this country.
That's right.
Anyway, but no, literally and it was a packed house. So you're thinking at least 75 to 100 people were thrilled with what we did. Some of them compared it to the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh, that's funny.
So didn't know who had done it because, no one snitches. Snitches get stitches. He just looked at us and said, you all lucked out this time, but I will find out who did it. So every asshole principal, lieutenant in a military film, every asshole character, that manager was wrapped into one. This guy was a living character. He was like if an 80s, if Biff jumped off the screen. So that's my arachnophobia story for you guys.
Thanks. We appreciate it.
Yeah, there you go. Who the fuck cares? Anyway, let's talk about the actors. Steve Rail's back, who played Colonel Tom Carlson. There's, Ed Gein. Is Ed Gein, Rob?
Ed Gein. Gein.
Ed Gein. There was a film that you can't even watch that he starred in. He starred and produced it.
Really?
And it's supposed to be one of the best dramatic portrayals of him.
And it's about Ed Gein?
Yep.
Because I know he portrayed Charles Manson as well.
Yep.
Looked just like him.
He loved doing the serial killer films, didn't he?
He looked just like Charles Manson.
But I have heard this film is amazing. But you can't get it. I tried to find it.
It's nowhere. Huh?
I think you could only get it in physical media.
Wow.
So interesting. And it's funny because it's funny how some of these movies cross over to what's happening now with the fact that they have the Netflix movie, which I heard is a mixed bag. I heard that they fictionalize it too much.
The Ed Gein movie,
yeah. I don't like. I saw the Jeffrey Dahmer miniseries, and I thought it was exploitative. I'm not a snowflake. I'm not politically correct, but when you're making a serial killer movie, you can't romanticize the serial killer because there are real victims. You can romanticize Jason and Freddy and Michael Myers, but somebody who actually ate your brother or your friend, you can't really romanticize that.
The same thing as I don't agree with people cosplaying real killers. Why would you cosplay Jeffrey Dahmer?
I don't have a problem with that.
What if you run into somebody that's a victim?
Well, yeah, I doubt you would do that.
I would say it could happen.
But I get where you're coming from. But film-wise, people will see that.
Yeah, true.
And so I believe in freedom of speech, and you can make whatever movie you want. But I do think some things are tasteless. I personally think when you romanticize or fictionalize a real serial killer, it's tasteless.
Portray them as who they were.
It's scary enough.
Yeah.
If there's enough, you don't need to add anything to it. It's freaky enough. You don't need to add anything to it. Yeah. So, Matilda, it was very hard getting a picture
Oh, I'm sure.
I should have said it like that.
I'm sure you got a bunch of them.
No, what I'm saying is I said it was very hard.
Oh, to get a picture. Gotcha.
Anyway.
One track mind, right?
Yeah. She would have been the cure for Viagra. She and the thing is, she agreed to be naked. I don't think she was clothed at all in the film.
No.
This poor girl was naked all the time.
I saw where they went through a shitload of women, actresses that just would not do it. And the producer, the guy that wanted the movie made said, the only caveat I have is she has to be nude the whole movie.
Yeah.
And nobody would do it. This French actress that didn't even speak English said, I'll do it.
And the thing is, here's Rob and I make horror films. We don't put nudity in our horror films because I don't think it's necessary.
It's just,
I don't do occultic
there's
horror
no need
films
for it.
because my pastoral background, and I've seen the effects of the occult on people, the real effects. So I don't make occultic films. I don't mess with those kind of deals. But there was no need for her to be naked throughout the whole film.
There was not.
There really wasn't.
Maybe the beginning scene when they're hanging up.
That was it.
Okay. But
that was it. And if you want to add at the end when he stabs her and like they're naked transcending to the heavens, but it's just unnecessary.
It is.
She was 19, dude.
That's crazy.
So, barely legal would be my call on that.
Mm-hmm.
As you said, she spoke little English and performed nearly her entire role nude. And again, you said because she... Tobe said it was because she was in her perfect form.
Yeah.
So,
and we all know why. We all know why they did it.
She was dubbed. This film, you could tell this film was dubbed.
Mm-hmm.
Even the American actress. I mean, the ADR is very evident. But she was in I will tell you, and if you haven't seen this film, she was in The Jackal.
The Jackal.
You have to watch that, Rob. It's Bruce Willis and Richard Gere. Gere is okay. Willis it's the first time he plays a bad guy, and he is fucking amazing.
I'll have to check that out.
And they're trying to stop him.
Is he a serial killer?
No, he's a paid assassin.
Okay.
And Jack Black's in it. He kills Jack Black in it. It's fucking insane.
Now, why aren't paid assassins considered serial killers?
They are. That's a good point.
Pretty much they are, aren't they?
They're serial killers with a paycheck.
Yeah, exactly.
They're serial killers with an I-9.
I get paid for it.
Yeah. But she plays the love interest of Gere.
Okay.
And she's really good in it. She's a very good actress.
She speaks better English.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. She's older. But Gere is miscast.
Is he?
Very miscast in this film. Bruce Willis is amazing. Watch it, Rob. And because you will. Everybody watch The Jackal. It is one of Bruce Willis' best films. And then of course Patrick Stewart was in the film, and of course this is the scene where all of his blood is pulled out of him. So, and most people know him as Rob just mentioned,
Jean-Luc.
Well, it's been some time since I had the con, but. Not to worry, number one. You're in good hands.
My favorite captain from all the series is
74. Whoop. 2. Engage.
Yeah, that was so hard to do. Press all those buttons.
So Patrick Stewart did. It's funny. It's all these the two captains, the two biggest captains in that series, both went the comedy route. And I think you have to.
Yeah, you do.
Because I don't think you have a choice. You don't, because Star Trek is so iconic. Well, was.
Well, still is.
Mm-hmm. The OG. The OG. Yeah. I would say up to, Deep Space Nine?
Yeah.
But they got, nothing's going to compare to the original or TNG.
Next Generation.
Yeah. But Patrick Stewart went the comedy route, and he also did the voice of...
This is Patrick Stewart. How are you liking the program so far?
The voice of Susie.
Yeah.
In American Dad. In Family Guy. And then also played
he's
director Avery Bullock in American Dad.
Oh, not to worry. I've got some cocaine right here. Okay. You think cocaine is a problem, but I've done it for 32 years. See, I am part of a group of responsible cocaine users. We adhere to strict rules to ensure things don't get out of control. It's not used to feel good, not for base pleasure, certainly. It's a medicine to improve our lives, like penicillin or opium.
Or opium.
I will tell you, he's got some of the best comedic timing.
Oh, he's funny. He's very funny.
You want to talk about a versatile actor.
Very versatile.
So he really is. Of course, most people know him as Professor Xavier in the X-Men.
And he get knighted?
He did.
He's Sir Jean-Luc Picard.
Yeah, he did. Sir John.
Sorry, not Cap.
Aubrey Morris, who's the guy in the middle. He was Deltoid in Clockwork Orange, the detective who arrests.
I haven't seen that movie in forever.
Yeah, so that's where he's best known for. So that was Life Force. So this is a hard one for me, Rob.
Huh?
Cinematically, it's beautiful. Special effects, amazing. The acting's not bad. It's just, it goes off the rails.
Mm-hmm.
And the excessive nudity, I know I'm going to be kind of the odd man out here, but I thought it took away from the film. This is not a film this is not a date night film.
Nope.
Unless you're dating that kind of girl. In that case, God bless. But it's not really a date night film. I don't think it deserves an F, though, Rob. I don't think we can give it an F. It's just too
I kind of wish it was a D. It's kind of in between.
I think it's got to get a C.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go along with that.
Because you could watch it again. I mean, it's a roller coaster. It's an amusement park ride of a film. But it's just, I don't know. I think in this case, Rob, I don't know about for you, but it's preference for me. I think there are people that would rate this higher.
By L'Oreal.
Yeah, right. I don't think it's I don't think it's an A.
I agree.
But I think
it's definitely not an A.
I think people would disagree with this. I think most people would probably grade it an A.
Really?
Oh yeah, I do, because the special effects, the story is unique. They had never done space vampires before. You're talking about a full set built on a back lot. But again, all that's great, but it's kind of like Krull. Krull's beautiful, but boring as fuck.
Yeah.
Dune, I know I'll piss off a lot of people. Dune is boring as fuck.
I've never seen Dune.
But absolutely stunning, but boring as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So anyway, so at least we got a C. We got 2 Fs, a Z, and a C.
2 Fs, a Z,
you think we're going to get, do we got an A in here, Rob? I think we might have one.
Yes, we do.
All right. Nightmare on Elm Street.
Well, I don't know.
So I'm going to say this, guys. Please don't anybody get offended, because I did not say this. It's actually proudly spoken by the fan community and by the actor.
Yes.
As the gayest film in the Nightmare on Elm Street 2. And Rob,
look it up.
Sorry, Nightmare on Elm Street series.
The actor says that.
The actor is very proud. In fact, he made a documentary about it.
He did, yep.
We'll talk about it in a second. But Rob pointed out, when I mentioned that to Rob, because I'm just, guys, we're not a political program, but I'm so fucking anti-woke, it's insane.
100%,
as is Rob.
As I am.
If you watch even the bad films in the 80s, even some of the Z's in the 80s are better than full budgeted studio films now.
100%.
But I didn't realize that. And Rob said, you know what, Ron? Now that I think about it, yeah, there was definitely some homoerotic overtones in the film.
A lot, yeah.
And if anyone knows about homoerotic overtones, it's Rob.
It's me, yeah.
But anyway, it definitely shines a different light in this film.
It does.
Because this is probably, Rob, would you say the least scary and the least body count of all of them?
Yeah, it's not definitely not near my
favorite. The first one was terrifying, and then it became horror comedy.
Well,
and this is kind of like comedy. The odd man out.
I mean, Freddie being a smartass definitely puts comedy into it.
It's definitely horror comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first one is terrifying.
True.
Because the concept is terrifying.
I'll do that.
But when you get to, then it became like almost like Aliens with Dream Warriors.
Dream Warriors is my favorite out of all of them. So.
I think Brandy's the same thing. But anyway, so without further ado, gilding of the lily, as they say. Here is the trailer. You say, Ron, why do you take the off trailers? Because we don't be fucking copywritten.
Yeah, we don't want to.
Budget was $3 million, Rob. This made 30.
Good budget.
So 27 million more. And let's not even talk about what it made on the secondary market with VHS
I can imagine.
Syndication and not to mention that the series, the television series, the merchandising.
Well, the television series had nothing to do with the.
No, but I wonder, this might be the most profitable horror franchise when you add in the films, the TV show, and all the merchandising. It may be the most profitable horror franchise.
Friday the 13th
I'd like to
had
find
a
out
TV
if
show
it is.
too, but it wasn't.
Yeah, fuck that. Well, and reality, Nightmare on Elm Street was an anthology. They didn't have Freddy in all of them. Freddy would play the host like the Crypt Keeper, but he wasn't in all of them.
No.
So, I mean, he was in all of them, but he wasn't the main character. He was like the Crypt Keeper. He kind of introduced the story, or he would show up at the end. But I wonder if this is, we need to look that up, Rob, if this is the most profitable franchise when you add in all the elements, merchandising, as far as horror is concerned. Can you name another one that has been more, I mean, costumes, toys, because they actually had Freddy toys. One of them actually got banned because parents rose up against it, the Freddy doll.
Jason's got a lot of toys.
Yeah, he does. But that's a good point, Rob. We need to look that up. We need to see which one is the most profitable, overall profitable horror movie franchise. Anyway, it only has 5 confirmed kills. There's supposedly implied a total of 15. I guess that's from the pool party.
The pool party.
But Coach Schneider, Freddy possesses Jesse, drags Schneider naked and humiliated into the showers, and whips him with the flying towels before slashing his back over. Yeah, that's not gay at all.
That's not homoerotic at all.
The fuck are you talking about? That is not gay at all. It's so fucking alpha male. I don't know. I should tear this page up right now. Grady, which I think is Jesse's friend, right?
Jesse's friend.
Bursts from inside Jesse's body, literally clawing his way out through Jesse's torso, then slashes Grady's throat. Oh, okay. So he kills him. There are 2 confirmed pool party victims and 10 implied. Freddy manifests in the real world at Lisa's pool party. How does he come out in the real world?
He comes out of Jesse.
Oh, out of Jesse, right. Terrorizing the teens. Most of the violence is implied in wide shots due to the MPAA. Thank you, MPAA. Mm-hmm. But production stills confirm at least 2 direct kills, a boy slashed across the chest, another impaled on a fence. And then Freddy dies at the end. Lisa confronts Freddy.
Does he?
Jason burns him. Well, of course not. And calls out to Jesse's human side. Freddy melts into a molten goo, leaving Jesse alive. I think at the end, the bus scene kind of
drives into hell.
Yeah. But this is the first time Freddy comes out into the real world, except for...
This is the first time.
He only does it again. He does it twice. He does it in
this one?
Freddy vs. Jason. Mm-hmm. And then the one, was it A New Nightmare? The one before the reboot.
Talking about the sacrilegious one?
No, the one before the reboot. The one where Robert Englund plays himself. They do kind of a meta version of it.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think he comes out, because I remember the glove walking around.
Yeah.
But it was released less than a year after the original. Wes Craven refused to return because he disliked the script. Especially the idea of Freddy coming into the real world. He felt like that ruined the character. The only film where Freddy operates entirely outside the dream world, writers later reconned it as a side of Jesse's psychic link with whatever. You can't recon it. Fucking just own it. Own it. Wes Craven's original notes were ignored. He wanted a different protagonist and a more psychological story. I think he wanted to up the ante, because Nightmare on Elm Street, the first one, was pretty pitch perfect.
Great movie.
And I think he wanted to go the next level. And this kind of went, this is the odd, the kind of the black sheep of the group. It really is. It doesn't really fit with the first film, which was much more serious. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't fit with the later film, which had more comedy.
Right.
So, I may be wrong. He wanted a different protagonist and more psychological story, but New Line demanded faster, gorier results, which they did not get.
No, it wasn't gorier.
Jack Shoulder's direction leaned towards psychological horror rather than slasher mayhem. Robert Englund's makeup was designed different. They wanted to make him look more witch-like.
Witch-like?
Yeah, so they gave him sharper cheekbones, yellow eyes. Of course, he evolves constantly through the series. He does. All of them do. Which I never figured out. Like, it doesn't make sense.
That they would change the
it doesn't. Yeah. I think it's a distraction.
I don't know who the director is.
I think it's a distraction. Everybody wants to put their own stamp on it. It's what usually ruins a movie. There was the infamous parakeet scene.
It explodes, catches on fire and explodes, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
And this was supposed to be symbolize Jesse's loss of control. But apparently, just like Bruce the Shark, the animatronic malfunctioned repeatedly. And the director eventually called this scene both ridiculous and kind of wonderful. This scene makes no sense to me. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know.
Kind of like the scene with the squirrel in Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, that was played for laughs.
It was, yeah.
I don't know what the purpose of... Was he close to the parakeet, Rob?
I think so. It was manifesting it or something. I don't know.
Whatever. Yeah, and this happened in the real world again. They weren't dreaming.
Right, it was the real world.
So, yeah. So, whatever.
I want to know who that is on the cover of the poster there, because that doesn't look anything like Jesse.
Not only that, they got the Edgar Allan Poe Crow reference.
Yeah,
Jesse looks like a skull. He's got the Freddy Krueger fingers, but is that right? Isn't the fingers? It looks like the fingers are knives.
That's what it looks like there.
Yeah. So, and obviously, if this is supposed to be the gayest Nightmare on Elm Street ever, why is he holding the chick?
Right.
So it's just it's a bizarre. If you look at the other covers in the first film, it's just, again, it feels like the odd man out. It really does. It feels like the director wanted to make his own nightmare film.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if it feels connected to the universe.
Oh, it's connected, but it's not one of the best.
The homoerotic nightmare reputation wasn't acknowledged publicly until decades later. That makes sense. In 1985, New Line avoided promoting it in that way. Now they embrace it at conventions in retrospective. So again, we're not, I'm not being apologetic. Fuck that. But I want to make sure people understand we are not mocking it. This is actually what the director, the main actor, and the franchise feels about the film.
Mm-hmm.
Robert Englund almost didn't return. The studio initially tried using a stuntman in the makeup to save money, but quickly realized that was a terrible idea.
A horrible idea. Why would they?
That would have killed. I think that might have killed the franchise.
It would have killed it 100%.
This would have been the Batman and Robin of the franchise.
Mm-hmm.
The boiler room and refinery exteriors. I tried to get a shot of this, but I couldn't find a clean one. Were the same ones used in Terminator. So that's interesting. Composer Christopher Young. This was his first major score. He would go on to score or be involved in the score in Hellraiser, Hellbound 2, Species, Virtuosity, which is a very good movie too, The Core, which is not a good movie, The Grudge 2, Ghost Rider, The Fly 2, which is one of my guilty pleasures, Invaders from Mars, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 3, Drag Me to Hell, Priest. Have you ever seen Priest?
I have not.
It's a pretty good vampire film. Pet Cemetery, which that looks like the new one. Copycat, The Country Bears. One of these things doesn't belong here. The Grudge 3, Sinister, The Empty Man, and he also did the score for the Deadpool VR game. Thought that was kind of funny. So, pretty decent. The score apparently was very good. I don't like these films, so I'm going to be very honest. I piecemealed this.
Oh, good throw.
Yeah. By the way, he also. You ready for this? Give me that piece of paper. Is that it? This is the one that I couldn't believe. He was second assistant editor on The Bride.
Wow.
Poor man. Grady's bedroom scene was filmed backwards. Was filmed backwards to achieve Freddy bursting from Jesse's torso. I think I've got that shot? Yeah. So it was filmed backwards.
Okay.
So he
went in.
Yeah. So, which I think is pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
The pool party chaos scene nearly got the production shut down because of the pyrotechnics blew out the set sprinkler system, and of course the bus driver in I think the beginning and the end, right, is Robert Englund.
Yes.
So it's uncredited, by the way.
Really?
Yeah. There was originally a sequence showing Freddy emerging from Lisa's dog's body, on the
That would've
storyboard,
been
but it was scrapped
stupid.
for being too much.
That would have been stupid.
Yeah, Alien 3 learned that the hard way. And there's ending ambiguity. You mentioned this, Rob. The school bus finale mirrors the opening dream, suggesting Freddy is not gone, and the entire film may have been in Jesse's continuing nightmare. So they left it where it might have just been one long nightmare of Jesse's. I don't know if you felt that way, Rob. Or
I
not.
did.
Director Jack Shoulder also directed Alone in the Dark. I have not seen that. The Hidden, which is an amazing science fiction film. Have you ever seen that, Rob?
I have not.
We have to add that to our movie night.
Okay.
You will enjoy that. It's about an alien that body hops, and what's his name? Kyle MacLachlan plays an alien cop.
Okay.
He also did Wishmaster 2. I haven't seen that series.
I have not either.
And Supernova, which is a terrible film with an all-star cast, which doesn't make any sense. So there you go. Mark Patton, who played Jesse, there he is with the glove. He did his own documentary called The Scream Queen, My Nightmare on Elm Street, where he talks about how he came out.
Yeah.
So that is available, I think, on Amazon Prime. He later embraced the film's queer legacy in the 2019 documentary. And it made him, he says, he was Hollywood's first male scream queen.
Well, I don't know about that.
Maybe the first male final girl.
Yeah.
Robert, who played Ron Grady, which was his best friend, right?
Yes.
He was in a lot. But
Well, they had a love-hate relationship.
Is that the one you think that they were kind of hitting that they
Yeah.
were? Okay.
Yeah.
He was with Robert Downey Jr. in Weird Science, remember? The bullies.
I do, yeah, sure do.
Clue Gulager, who played his father, of course, was also in Return of the Living Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Hope Lang, who played the mom. I didn't know this. She was the wife in Death Wish. The one that,
Oh.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. The first Death Wish with, what's his name?
Oh, if you can't, I'm thinking of the whole thing.
Charles Bronson.
Yeah, Charles Bronson. Thank you. I could only think of Bruce Willis.
Marshall Bell was the coach.
That gets whipped with the towel.
He was in a lot, but I think people would most recognize him in Total Recall. He played George Inquado in Total Recall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Anyway, that was Nightmare. I am not going to rate this because I don't like any of the Nightmare films. I respect them for what they are,
Are
but
you
I'm
gonna
not a
leave it to
fan.
me?
So I'm going to leave it to you on this one, Rob.
You got it in the right place.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Actually,
Why
probably
is
more
that?
of a D to me, but we don't have D.
Right.
It could go C.
Well, you're gay rating it.
Well,
so.
this is just my personal opinion. It's probably my least favorite of the whole franchise, and it's not one. I've rewatched every other Nightmare on Elm Street except for this one. I have not watched this one twice.
Okay.
So that's where I'm pulling from. But
all right, well, but you're also grading it based on the overall franchise. So if you're comparing it to their films, what did we give the first one? A goat?
That was a goat.
I
think F fits this one.
Okay. In the franchise, an F.
I'm sure I'm gonna get some shit for that.
But you're going to get shit not because of the film. You're going to get shit because of people's personal opinions.
Right.
Because it was the least violent.
It was, yeah.
Wes Craven didn't like the film because they brought Freddy out to the real world.
Mm-hmm.
It really didn't portray Freddy as the character he is. There's a lot of problems with it. So I don't. All right, The Howling 2. Your sister is a werewolf. Good Lord. You want to talk about...
You can't be the furthest from a sequel to be so far the other way from the original. My
you want to
God.
talk about trying to deliberately kill a franchise.
This was so horrible.
Yeah. We're going to review this, but this is a Z for me right off the bat.
Do we need to review it?
Yeah. The plot is pretty much the girl who escaped the first one, the cult leader, ends up in this one, but I think they recast her, right, Rob? It's a recast? Or is it the same girl?
I think it is a recast.
They tried to bring Dee Wallace. She said, fuck to the no. And it's about another werewolf cult, and Christopher Lee's character is trying to expose it. And it's not worth explaining any more about it.
It's
It really
really
is.
not.
It's terrible. It's everything about it is terrible. And I don't only say that about a film. Yes, I do.
Yeah,
But
in Seminoles.
2.5 million. It did make $8 million.
Did it really?
It was
Probably
huge.
just because of the name of the
Yeah,
first one.
that's what it was. This was back in the day when you had a ton of people go see the first one, but never the first time and never went back to see the
Never
second time.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
that's what happened. So it got a big jump, but it did have huge profitability in home video and late night cable. I saw this for the first time on USA Up All Night. I think it was USA Up All Night. I don't think I saw it on HBO yet.
Brandy is watching and said, "No, it's an F." Which one are you referring to? You referring to
Howling
Nightmare?
There are 13 confirmed kills. There are 2 attacks in the funeral, where the priest is killed and a bystander. Stefan's research contact, he's clawed to death by a werewolf. There's 2 killed in the bar. 2 human patrons torn apart. Vlad is killed during a cult ritual. There are 2 cult members killed through stabbing, and then they melt. Ernest, Sybil Danning's lieutenant, shot with a silver bullet, explodes in cheesy FX gore.
So you agree with me, honey, that Nightmare is an F? Okay, thank you for backing me up.
There are 2 random
Randolph?
werewolves. Sturba. Oh, she's the bad guy. Sturba, that's played by Sybil Danning. Sturba is the antagonist. She battles Stefan and she's impaled by a silver dagger. They both burn to death. And Stefan, he sacrifices and destroys.
Stefan.
Yeah, that's Christopher Lee. Her name is Sturba, right? Sturba? Am I saying it right? Sturba?
I think you are.
Sturba?
Sturba.
It had actually 3 alternative titles. Sturba, Werewolf Bitch.
Yeah, they said they couldn't use bitch in the title of a movie.
The Sturba Chronicles.
Oh, that's a great title.
I think they went with the right choice. My sister's a werewolf. I don't. That doesn't. Anyway, it's based loosely off the novel *The Howling 2* by Gary Brandner.
Very loosely.
However, Gary liked it.
Really?
He said it captured the insanity of his sequels better than any later film. I haven't read the book, so I don't know. Sybil Danning, who played Sturba, she has an infamous topless transformation scene. We're not going to show that, obviously.
No.
But apparently, I thought this was hilarious. It's replayed 17 times during the end credits. This was an editing room joke by the producers that she didn't know about until she saw the final cut.
It was repeated her throwing her top off, right?
Yeah.
Pulling her top off, yeah.
17 times. I'm sure she was pleased as punch that the editors thought that was funny.
I'm sure.
I'm surprised that didn't result in a massive lawsuit. I guess she couldn't sue.
No, they could use her image however,
One of the first major Western horror films shot behind the Iron Curtain, giving it the giving it that uniquely gothic, gritty atmosphere. The castle is Kovalte Castle, I think I'm pronouncing it right, that they used. It's a real medieval fortress in the Czech Republic.
Wow.
So that's a beautiful castle, man.
It is.
For a terrible movie.
It's a beautiful castle. I'd like to live there.
Yeah.
Brandy's
The werewolf
lovely.
suits were recycled from a 1984 Yugoslavia TV production to save money. Many had fur falling off during shooting. Now, there was conflicting reports about this. Some say they were Planet of the Apes.
That's what I was going to say. I heard it was Planet of the Apes.
And then some say that it was from the television show Werewolf.
Because it looked like Planet of the Apes to me.
So, I don't know. But
They
either
were
way, they were recycled
horrible.
costumes.
They were
falling
horrible.
apart. Yep.
One
Canon
of them looked
Films originally wanted this to be a serious continuation of The Howling.
Huh.
But Mora went rogue, rewriting scenes and adding surreal elements like psychic powers in punk fashion.
Idiot.
And 10 minutes were trimmed, mostly nudity and occult dialogue to avoid, again, X rating. An early draft did feature Karen White's resurrection, but Dee Wallace refused to return. Thank God. Dee Wallace, she was a straight shooter.
Straight shooter.
Sybil's costume was custom made. It's fucking ridiculous. It weighed 40 pounds.
Holy shit.
And it was steel wired so it could accentuate all the things it needed to accentuate. Sure. Talk about being miscast in a werewolf film. This looks like Red Sonja.
Huh.
There are 8 Howling films in total.
That blows my mind. I had no idea.
Howling, Howling 2, Howling 3, Howling 4, The Original Nightmare. I would have called this one The Original Nightmare.
Was that a prequel?
I don't know.
Huh.
The Rebirth. We're going to be reviewing these, so.
Oh, okay.
Some of them. Howling 6, The Freaks, The Howling, New Moon Rising, The Howling Reborn. As you could tell, it got worse and worse. The only movie poster besides the first one that looks halfway decent is Howling 4. That's a bad looking movie poster.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah. The final scream transition, when Sturba's face morphs into the ending credits, that was achieved using an optical dissolving technique that cost $40,000. It's one of the film's most expensive single effect. I tried to find that to show it, but I could not find to show the effect. The director, Philip Mora, because he wanted to make Mora, described it as a rock and roll horror fairy tale. He also directed Howling 3, The Marsupials, where they had kangaroo werewolves. I'm not lying, Rob. They had kangaroo werewolves.
Kangaroo werewolves.
Yes. Doubling down on the weirdness by setting it in Australia with werewolf kangaroos. Look at that, Rob.
That's just phenomenal.
You think about the first one and how groundbreaking the effects were.
I know.
And it was competing with American Werewolf in London, 2 classics, and it ends up looks like a paper mache float at the fucking Mardi Gras.
Yeah, that's a good description.
Yeah. Or like a really bad werewolf mascot costume. Christopher Lee, who played Stefan. Good Lord, Christopher, why did you dress like that?
He was trying to blend in with the punks and look natural. Yeah, okay, that worked.
Lee later publicly, I remember this. I remember seeing video of this. Publicly apologized to director Joe Dante for starring in the sequel, calling it a mistake I will never repeat.
Wow.
He died in
2005?
Yeah.
Or 15. 2015.
2015. Yep. So we're getting ready to play. We've started a new game with Rob. We played it too many times last time, so we're going to reserve it for one time during each one.
You got to move that mic, bro.
It's called Stump the Killer.
Stump the Killer! Oh, yeah, I like that music. Good job on that.
Stump the Killer, if you dare. Movie trivia everywhere. 80s vibes in the neon.
Nice.
Do you know it or just hot air?
That's awesome. Did you put that together?
Yeah, how'd you like that?
I love that.
All right.
Great
So,
job.
Rob is going to try to successfully
name the
movies that Christopher Lee was in. This is a tough one.
Yeah.
Last time we did...
This is going to be a fail.
We did several. The only one he did well with was Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
And he still fucked up a bunch of those. So
whatever.
Here we go. First movie.
I can't see it. No, the mic's in the way.
Hold on. Sorry.
Oh, what the hell is that?
Is that better, Rob?
Yes.
Is that better? Okay.
I'm clueless. No idea.
Curse of Frankenstein.
Really?
Yep.
Huh.
You're gonna find out. I don't want to spoil it. You're gonna find out some serious stuff about Mr. Lee. All right, next one. You better get this one.
Oh, he put Dracula and
This was the first one.
Shit.
No, it's not shit.
Oh. I can't.
Horror of Dracula.
Huh?
Horror of Dracula. He played Dracula in 10 films, 7 with Hammer Studios.
Wow.
Next one.
He's a good Dracula.
Yep.
Mummies.
He played the Mummy. Yep. I'm gonna give you that one.
Okay.
I think he's played almost every monster.
Was it not called Mummies?
It's called the Mummy.
The Mummy. Okay.
Yeah, the Mummy.
That looks like a 1950s sitcom. What is that?
How? How does it look like a 1950s sitcom?
It looks like a 1950s movie.
No.
What? I have no idea.
That is the Two Faces of Dr. Jekyll.
Two Faces of Dr. Jekyll.
So you got one so far.
Was he strictly all? Well, he wasn't strictly all horror movies. I know that. Got to be Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, but which film?
The Sherlock Holmes film.
Yeah. The Deadly Necklace.
The Deadly Necklace.
We're getting closer now to the 70s.
Don't know.
That was
Told you it's gonna
Turn
be a-
from Witch Mountain.
This is going to be a fail. Oh, I remember. Okay, I remember the movie.
It's a comedy.
It's a comedy?
Yeah, John Belushi was in it. Is it John or Jim? Who's
It's probably Jim. John was in Animal House.
Yeah, John Belushi. Eddie Deason was in it from Greece. He had a mannequin. Not a mannequin, a dummy.
I don't know, man. I'm doing bad. I don't know.
1941.
Okay, that's right. That's actually, I forgot about that movie. That's a good movie.
You better get this one, Rob.
Why should I? Oh, this is shit. Gremlins.
Gremlins 2.
2, yeah.
Very good. So you got 2.
Sorry. Is that him in the forefront?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That didn't look like him.
This is one of his few comedy roles.
That doesn't look like him at
No,
all.
it does not.
I have no clue, bro.
This was Police Academy Mission to Moscow.
Oh, I never even heard of that movie.
You better know that one.
Why would I better know that one?
Because Johnny Depp was in it. It's one of my favorite movies. If you look behind you, top shelf.
Behind me, top shelf. Oh, it's I can't see.
Sleepy Hollow.
Sleepy, of course.
Right, there you
of
go.
course.
How about that one, Rob?
Oh, it's Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. He played Sauron in all 3 movies and the third Hobbit film.
That's okay. Star Wars: Attack of the Clones.
Yep.
Or the other one.
No, he played Dooku in 2 movies.
2 movies, yeah.
And provided the voiceover for the character in the Clone Wars.
Okay.
Dooku is such a stupid name.
Dooku. It sounds like Dookie. What the hell is that?
It's teeth.
Is that stupid movie where the people are in Eddie Murphy's head?
No, it's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Well, really?
Yep.
Okay. The new one with Depp.
Yeah, the one with Johnny
Okay.
Depp. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Nope. Oh, no, Nightmare Before Christmas.
No, Corpse Bride. Close.
Huh?
Corpse Bride.
Oh, Corpse Bride. Okay.
All right. This one's tough.
Ooh.
He's one of the 2 characters there.
It's not Dragon Slayer, is it? No.
No.
I don't know.
Alice in Wonderland, he played the Jabberwocky. It's Alice in Wonderland.
Really?
Yep. Yep. And then the last one,
That looks very familiar.
he's with Johnny Depp. It was based off of an old serial soap opera.
He must have been friends with Johnny Depp.
He was. They were good friends.
I don't know.
Dark Shadows.
Dark Shadows.
Yep.
Was
So
that
you got
based
2.
off of the soap opera?
Yeah, you got 2.
Yeah.
You got 2. And ladies and gentlemen,
2. Wow.
that was Stump the Killer.
The Killer. Stop. The Killer. You got a whole theme song.
Stump the Killer.
That beat should not hit that hard.
Movie trivia everywhere. 80s vibes in the neon glare. Do you know it or just hot air?
Oh, it's just hot air. Nice. That was a lot of hot air. A whole lot of hot air.
So that was, this movie is so bad we had to pad it somehow.
Had to.
All right, let's talk about the other person who starred in this, Annie McEnroe. There she-
McEnroe?
Yeah.
No relation to John McEnroe, right?
No. Do you recognize her? She played the real estate agent in Beetlejuice,
Okay.
Jane Butterfield. Anyway, all right, so that's The Howling 2.
We know where that's going.
Fucking A. Yep, Z.
There's no conversation about
This,
that.
where you said we need a D grade, we need a lower than a Z grade on this one.
Sometimes we do, yes. That and the Seminoid should be like
It's not as
a
bad as
symbol.
Seven. Again, still not as bad as
No.
in Seminoid, but still terrible. Terrible movie. Terrible movie, terrible concept. It should never be made.
nope.
When your star apologizes for being in the movie, that's a bad sign.
That is a bad sign.
Dude, this has been a terrible round.
It has been a terrible round.
So we need something to save it. You know when you save it? Jason fucking Voorhees. All right, so this is they were cranking out these Jason films.
Yeah, they were
left and right. This is Friday 30. Robert, tell us what this one was about before I start the trailer.
This is all about fake Jason. Jason Voorhees does not appear in this movie at all. Well, no, he doesn't appear in the movie at all because sometimes he's in the reflection when Tommy looks.
He's in the dream sequence.
Huh?
He's in the dream sequence.
Yeah, but that's not really. It's him, but it's not. He's not starring in this movie.
Right.
This is about a kid that gets killed at a kind of a wayward teen home. He gets brutally murdered by a psychotic tough guy, and his dad is a paramedic that responds to the scene. And his dad just goes psycho and starts dressing as Jason and killing people. And I call him the first Jason cosplayer. And I just wonder where
That's a good point.
He has this hood that's made of, and it's got the face cut out. Where did he buy that?
Yeah.
That's what
Amazon wasn't around back then.
But anyway,
Amazon
that's the gist of it. It's a fake Jason killing people. Tommy makes a recurring in this, and it kind of makes you think he's the killer at the beginning.
Yeah.
But.
Yep. All right, so let's take a look at Friday. The 13th.
The 13th.
Part 5. Budget was 2.2, Rob. It ended up making $22 million.
I was going to say 24.
Corey Feldman was in it, and it made $22 million because that's his lucky number, 22. Fuck him.
Fuck him. Fuck Corey Feldman.
A New Beginning has one of the highest body counts of the series, even though it's fake Jason. And while Jason isn't technically the killer, it's Roy Burns, as Rob so eloquently said. The kills are as graphic and creative as ever. Fans were furious at the reveal, making this one of the most controversial entries. Body count record until Jason X, this film had the highest kill count in the franchise.
There was a lot of kills.
Yep.
For sure.
So let's run down the 2 grave diggers in the beginning, but that was a dream sequence. Joey Burns is killed by Victor Fadden with an axe after offering chocolate bars. His death triggers a chain of events. His father, Roy, becomes the copycat killer. Billy, the ambulance driver, snorts cocaine, gets a cleaver to the head. Lana, his date, machete to the stomach while leaving the diner. The Pinehurst cook, George, impaled through the chest with a meat cleaver. Ethel Hubbard, machete to the face through her kitchen window. Junior Hubbard, decapitated while riding his dirt bike around the property. Apparently, he didn't have a katana with his dirt bike. Demon, killed with a metal spear through the outhouse wall. Damn. Taking a shit. Hurt. Anita, throat slit outside the outhouse while calling for him. The Ooh Baby duet has become a cult favorite meme moment. I don't know what that means. You probably do. Jake is axed in the face. Damn.
Love the old axe in the face.
Robin is slashed across the stomach in bed. Violet is impaled in the stomach mid-dance to pseudo-echoes his eyes. Her robot dance kill was censored by the MPAA. The original version just had a chest stab. Interesting. Duke, one of the paramedics, killed off screen. His body's found in the ambulance. Sheriff's deputy, off-screen throat slashed, found in the barn. Roy, fake Jason, is killed when he's impaled and falls onto tractor harrows. What are tractor harrows?
Spikes. Essentially spikes.
Fake Jason's hallucinated figure, off-screen death. Not technically a kill, but Tommy's final delusion hints he might become the next Jason.
Right.
And that never happened, thank God. And the reason it didn't happen is they had such a fallout. And they had as much fallout for this as I believe they did as the fallout from Halloween 3 when they didn't have Michael Myers.
Oh, when I saw this movie and the ending, I was pissed. Yeah. I was like, so it wasn't him at all.
Yep. The MPA demanded 16 cuts, removing gore, nudity, and close-ups. Director Danny Steinman later said they basically took the movie and castrated it.
Yeah.
So
kind of.
It'd be interesting to see what the director's cut it looked like. John Shepard, Tommy, trained with mental health professionals and volunteered at a halfway house to prepare for the role, only to be disappointed when he realized the movie was going for exploitation over depth. Tommy's character arc was meant to set up a new trilogy where he becomes the next killer, but fan backlash forced Paramount to resurrect the real Jason in part 6. Rob, but here's my question. Would it have been, because Jason's supernatural element didn't come out, because in part 4 he died, right? He took an ass kicking, but he always managed to survive.
No, he died in 4 for sure.
Right, but before that, it was always ambiguous, right?
Yeah.
So they went the supernatural route. Being such a fan of the series, do you think they made a mistake going the supernatural route as opposed to maybe having somebody else don the mask?
No.
Okay.
I think that'd have been horrible.
All right.
I wouldn't have not liked that at all.
All right. Junior.
There's only one Jason.
True. Junior and Ethel were added by Steinman for comic relief. Their scenes were almost entirely improvised.
Really?
Yep.
That's something I didn't know.
Yeah. I didn't know that either. All right. And then, of course, the tractor scene.
The strike.
I'm trying to find out where the volume is.
Yeah, one job.
This tractor scene coming up. This was the young man who did the what was his name? Reggie. Shaver Ross. He performed this himself.
Really?
They attached the tractor to a rope, a cable system, and so he did all of that himself.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep. So, and overall, a pretty cool scene, right?
Yeah. No, the kills in this were great. It just wasn't Jason.
Yep.
I enjoyed the movie when I watched it. I just was pissed when I found out it wasn't Jason.
Right. The film's working title was called Repetition. That was to hide Star Wars did a lot.
That was the secret title?
Yeah.
Oh.
The opening Graveyard Dream sequence is a slightly redesigned mask and makeup, hinting at his later Part 6 look. It was filmed in Valencia, California. Pam's chase scene, Rob, through the rain and barn lasted 2 days of filming in 40-degree weather.
That had to have been excruciating.
And Corey Feldman appears in the opening dream sequence. Fuck him.
Fuck him.
He couldn't do more because of Goonies.
Who cares?
So they gave the adult role to John Shepard. I don't know how. Were they just going to have if he wasn't in Goonies? Were they going to just?
Because he wasn't much older than.
No, I guess he was going to be. That wouldn't have made any sense.
It would not have made any sense at all.
I don't know. I don't think that was the only reason. The original script was darker, with Tommy fully succumbing to the madness, but Paramount softened it to keep the formula familiar. Of course, it's a good thing because they would have really dug themselves in a hole when they course corrected and had Jason return.
Right.
So the young director Danny Steinman had a background in exploitation films and adult featurettes.
Really?
Synonyms, yeah.
Wow.
Which explains the unusual raunchy tone. I have heard this is a little more raunchy than the other ones. Although all the films have some teenager having sex.
TNA all the time, yeah.
Shavar Ross, who was in that tractor scene, I didn't realize this. He was in Different Strokes. He played...
He was one of the molested kids in the episode about the bike shop.
Yep. He was Dudley in Different Strokes. He was a main character for Strokes. Yeah, I hate that. That episode was so...
It was, uncomfortable.
It's hard
Awkward.
to explain why the hell they went that route. Richard, who played the cop, the Deputy Dodd, he was the dad in Twister. Helen Hunt's dad in Twister. Juliet Cummins, she was in Slumber Party Massacre 2.
2? Oh.
Yep. Which we will be reviewing, I think. And then finally, Mark Venturini, which he was in something else we reviewed.
He was.
He played Victor.
The killer.
Right. He was in Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in Return of the Living Dead. That's right. Return of the Living Dead. He played Suicide in Return of the Living Dead. So, yeah, there you go. So no, I default to Rob for these because this is Rob's forte. I defaulted twice to him, which I shouldn't be doing. But
what do you mean you shouldn't be doing it?
I only like one Jason film, and it's like I use that term very loosely. So Rob, since you are such, I mean, you really do know the series intimately. In the series, what would you give this one?
You put it in the right place.
You give it a C? Okay.
I give it a C.
I really thought you might go an F because
I was thinking about that, but the kills were really good. just me being pissed off about it not being Jason, and it isn't enough to make it an F, because I have rewatched this one. I wish they hadn't gone with the fake Jason.
Yeah.
Wish they'd have done something else, but it
was obvious the director was trying to put his own mark on it.
Oh, of course.
So, which usually ruins
They
it.
should not. Anytime a director does that, it hurts it.
God, Rob, we didn't have a single A.
Nah, that's funny.
So even
Friday the 13th.
So we had 2 C's, Life Force, and Friday the 13th, which I agree with Rob on both. We had 3 F's, Ghoulies, Demons, and Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have a problem with that. And 2 Z's, The Hills Have Eyes.
We don't have a problem with those either.
No, this is one of the few ones where we're pretty much all on the same page. So that's 1985, guys.
Were you surprised I gave the Part 5 of C?
Yes, I thought you'd give it an F.
No.
Because I know how much you hate the Roy thing.
Yeah, I do, but it's because of the kills and stuff.
So next week is 86. Halloween special, we're going to have a bracket challenge. 64 of the best horror movies of all time, chosen by Brandy, myself, and Rob
But I won't be here.
From all decades. Rob won't be joining us. He's taking a break. This is going to be the Friday before. This is going to be the Thursday before Halloween.
Right.
So it's actually Halloween is Friday, and Brandy and I. We're not going to be doing like we normally do, showing the trailers and stuff, because there's just too many movies. So we'll give a quick synopsis. We'll talk about some highlights, and then we'll have them compete against each other. So we've got films, The Thing competing against something, and The Shining competing against something. So we're going to try to make an honest effort to see who is in our first annual Toxictiers Horror Brackets Challenge, who will be the winner. So I have my picks. Brandy has hers. I don't think either one of our picks are going to make it. Your It is now available on Tubi, Fossum TV, and Amazon Prime. Please check it out. If you like it, please leave a review on Rotten Tomatoes. Those reviews help us a great deal. They help us with the algorithm. We hope you enjoy it. It's a classic horror slasher with a supernatural feel.
Great movie.
Rob stars as the killer. He also helped me co-edit it. If you check out our channels, we're on Facebook, Be Your Own Hero Productions. We're on YouTube, Be Your Own Hero Productions LLC, where you can watch the replays, which are streamlined. We're on TikTok, Be Your Own Hero Productions. We're on Instagram, Be Your Own Hero Productions LLC. We're on X, BYOHP Official, and then on Rumble, Be Your Own Hero Productions as well. But I want to thank Rob, my amazing co-host. He's fucking awesome.
I am fucking
Hope you guys enjoyed this. Anyway, guys, have a great rest of your night. We appreciate you.
Thanks,
have a great
guys.
Saturday. Talk to you later.
Bye-bye.